Hello peeps, we are here today with a reveal. So side note, if you watched my videos before, you will see that I did an unboxing on this particular vendor, which is, Wanderer's Path. I'm so sorry. And if you don't know me, my name is Jess, aka Hot Mess Jess. So this was my bunny tart. Again, if you watch the videos prior, you'll see that. Super adorable. Love this vendor. Wanderer's Path is on Etsy, etsy.com, and it's owned by Miss Red Taylor, who is super. I'll be real. I don't know if I've ever had a vendor that was this involved with like the customer process, and I say that in a fantastic way. A couple things like from my last video, if you mentioned, this is my tart, and it's fantastic. So the scent was rosemary mint lavender, and we'll get into that in a moment. Red Taylor, excuse me, I was looking at Rose there. Wow, I was gonna say Red Taylor, when I was doing my video, like prior to my ordering, you know, I couldn't find the website. I heard of this vendor through my fantastic friend Lou in the wax community, who I adore. So pretty much, and I know I say this a lot, but again, I keep it real. So if Lou mentions a vendor to me, a product, something, I don't know what it is with Lou, but I pretty much will try it. I may not end up liking it, and that's fine, because that's the point. You try things to get to know if you like them or you don't. But typically, too, this may be one of the reasons. If it is, I'm not quite sure, but sorry, Bronx is coughing. Bronx is my fur baby, side note. And she's a senior. She'll be 13 in January, so she needs to do a little coffee cough. She's going to do a little coffee cough. So pretty much, though, basically, if Lou mentions something, you know, I will purchase, just, yeah. And Lou also has, shout out to Lou. Lou has many groups on Facebook, wax melts, candles, in addition to, she does, like, Cabbage Patch, 80s things. Super awesome. I'll put Lou's info in the comments. I think I said I would do that the last time, and I forgot. I am not good with that. Keep me honest, folks. Make sure to remind me if needed, if you don't see a comment down there. So, again, this is from Wanderer's Path. So, when I placed the order with Red, so before that, I had asked Lou, like, is there a scent list, because I don't see one, or what's the website? Lou led me to Red, and then Red was super duper informative, helpful, accommodating. For instance, case in point, when Red sent me the scent list, legit sent me a whole scent list, and if I remember correctly, I believe she did say she didn't have one written, so she actually wrote it out for me, which that's like above and beyond right there, in my opinion. But she had like rosemary, mint, and then lavender, and I asked if she could combine them. She did that. She couldn't, that's fine too, but I wanted to ask because it's like one of my all-time favorite blends. It helps me with like my sinuses and stuff. Rosemary, mint, lavender. So did that. Even on my video, like I mentioned, I adore everything, but I had mentioned like on my tart there, also there's a warning label. I always shout that out if vendors do that, because yeah, super important to me. Look how beautiful. Like this is ridiculously detailed, affordable. I can't remember how much I paid for this tart. I want to say $15. Like, that's ridiculous affordable. And it's super large. So, like, I cut this one. You'll see in my pictures, I put it in the kitchen. Rosemary, mint, lavender is not a scent I would melt in my kitchen. I mean, for not any I mean, lavender, I mean, it's a fine scent, but it's not my typical, like, I would melt there. But Red reached out to me a couple times, like, asking, did you like your treasure? Whatnot, and I thought that was so nice. She's just above and beyond. Like, I think that's awesome. So I'm gonna be real too, and I know I say that all the time, but Red is pretty much the reason that I now am doing this video, because honestly, I know me, and I probably would have unintentionally hoarded this particular melt along with the other ones I have. I think I have 3 more surprise melts from Red, from this order. I probably would have kept them in my Wanderer's Path little bucket I have now, and probably never would have wandered over to it for quite some time, just because I unintentionally hoard candles and melts, which is another reason I love doing the videos, because in order to do a video, I need to essentially burn and melt my goodies in addition to unboxing them. So that all being said, within 5 minutes, you know, I digress, Jess. Yeah, I love it. So basically, I had mentioned in my video, you know, if you were going to give this, like, if you purchased it, chances are, unless you're someone like me, hoards things, and then you go to get it a year later, like, oh yeah, I want to melt something, and you go grabbing, like, wait, I can't remember who this is from. I'll say I would remember, but some folks wouldn't, and that's okay, you know. But, or if you're giving it as a gift, someone might be like, call you on the phone, oh, hey, I love that gift, thank you so much, but where was it from? I don't know, there wasn't a, you know, sticker. So I mentioned that, just, and that's just a one-off, like, it's not even anything, I just mentioned it to mention it. And Red watched my video, so that's super awesome. Like, how cool is that? She watched my video, and she thanked me, and also she let me know that there would, oh, I believe she said there would be a group code on Lou's candle group page. Pardon me. So yeah, I'll post it in the comments, and go check it out. Don't know if it was there already, if it's still there, if it'll be there in the future, but just wanted to give a heads up. Lou did say it's okay to mention her channel and whatnot here, and or her group, excuse me. And Red mentioned it's okay, I believe, to mention the code and whatnot. So yeah, that was super cool. But she mentioned to me she was going to start putting stickers now. Like, from watching my videos, she said, I never thought of that, thank you. And she thanked me and said she was going to put stickers, like with Wanderer's Path on there. And I'm not 100%, but I think she sent me a picture of it, and it's beautiful. Yeah, I believe I remember. I was at work that day, and I was like, you know, but yeah, I thought that was so nice. Like, that's super rare that vendors do that, in my opinion. So here's my little bunny. As you can tell, I had some angst with, you know, taking his little face apart. I feel horrible. But that's okay, because I've decided when I do melt his face, he's just going to the bunny patch, and that's where all the bunnies are. So here's the wax, and again, it's soy, and this is what soy's supposed to look like. You know, if it's flaky, if it has like a frost type situation, oh, it smells so good. On top of it, that's norm. So there's that. And you'll see he's missing an ear. The other ear is in the kitchen melter. So yes. And so here, this is here. Now, I'm going to be, again, keeping it real. I have a sinus infection, and I have allergies, and I have a cold. Yes, you heard that right. So my sniffer is off. Basically, the only thing I could smell right now, for the most part, is like probably something I don't want to be smelling in the first place, because it would probably be gross, and it's like, of course your nose is going to, you know, cone into that, because you don't want to smell it in the first place. In other words, not wax melts or candles. But the only thing I could probably smell right now if I melted it is, but I do smell this, just saying, is like a Vicks Vapor Rub situation, because the struggle is real here in Pittsburgh with the temperatures changing. So this is really cool too. This particular blend, it has like a soap feel vibe, and I don't know, no joke, I've never felt wax that like feels like this. It's super cool. I love it. I love everything about this company, and that's random, but so, and I love how Red legit like colors the details of these melts. Like, that's ridiculously like awesome. I just, the detail in this order with Red is ridiculous, like above and beyond. Because the thing is, folks, like, even if this wasn't painted, you know, that it's handmade from somebody. Someone took the time, you know, to make you something, and to me that means a lot. It really does. It means a lot. So even though I ordered it, you know, but still, but to take the time and legit draw like on there and ask you, like, well, you know, hey, Red even asked me, like, what kind of jewelry do you like? Like, can you wear earrings? Like, that to me is so above and beyond. And to do uncommon things commonly well, excuse me, strike that, reverse it, as Willy Wonka says. To do common things uncommonly well comes to mind when I speak of Lou in this particular company, because to me, it's common to be kind, because you should be, that's just me, and to be courteous, and to be, you know, show that you want to know things. Like, I feel like Red wants to know you as a customer, and I think that's cool. Like, I do, hands down. So, but to take the time and do something like this, I don't know, I'm just floored. Yeah, that's, and it's adorable. Like, so let's get into the treasure, right? Let's see what we got. I'm using this because I had a feeling with soy wax, not just this, with soy wax, yeah, see, it'll, sometimes it crumbles, and that's normal too. And I wanted to be, I'm trying not to mess with his face, y'all. So I should have brought me a knife situation in here, but that's okay. So I'm doing this way. It's wax, it'll melt. Whether it's crumbled or not, it's gonna melt and do what it needs to do. So we're doing this like the scenic route. And yes, I could have put this in. I could have put this in my melter. Here it comes. Whoop whoop. I could have put this in my melter and just had the packet floating about, but I didn't want to do that because I'm different. So that's a big treasure too. Because look, that's a deep. So yeah. So here's our little bunny. So we'll keep Bunny for later. Actually, Bunny can watch. We'll put Bunny there to watch. Whoop, sorry. So let's see what we got. Oh, that smells so good. All right, this is heavy, I'll tell you that. Also, if I haven't, I didn't mention it yet, but I did mention it in my other video. Another thing, above and beyond, just me. Red makes every single treasure that you get out of your goodies has a surprise inside, clearly. Every single one. But Red hand makes these. So whatever's in here was made by Red. And it wasn't made before either, I realized. I thought like Red made things, which I'm sure she probably does that, but makes things. And then whatever like she has made, maybe she wraps in foil, like labels it, you know, I don't know, ring, earrings, necklace, whatever. And then when somebody orders, she'll just like go to a bucket or something and grab it on out of there and, you know, put it in a treasure. But I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe Red may have made this for me because she was asking me, like, what kind of stones do I like? Like, you know, what can I have? What can I not have? So I'm not sure. But, I mean, that even in itself, whether she did or didn't, oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. Hold on. Let's open this because this is beautiful. That in itself is, like, I'll treasure this forever. I'm real, like, if somebody takes the time to make me something, like, that's just how I am as a person. Like, I almost treasure it that more than if I were to go up and do a store. Even though if you buy something from a store, somebody made it, but like they didn't know you and they didn't know what you like, what you don't particularly like what you know, this all was about customer focus and about the person purchasing it and whatnot. Like, and that's awesome. Like, I guarantee if I were to go to Red and say, hey, I want to purchase something for my nunny, like, you know, she loves leaves, she loves the color green. Like, I guarantee she would be able to accommodate something like that. Or, like, my mom loves elephants. Is there something you can do? Like, I just have a feeling she would be like that. Don't know, but I think it's safe to say. Okay, this doesn't surprise me. Even more detail. This is double bag, probably because typically folks put these in melters and get their treasure out. And so, you know, Red wanted to be super cautious with the treasure and double bagged it. That, again, oh, there's a piece of tape. My fault. It's a piece of tape, but even still, like, she had it like that. That's even making sure, taking care to make sure that your goodie is nice and well kept. And this stuff takes time. Like, some people might say, oh, just to slap a piece of tape on there, or oh, just to draw some lines on a melt. Like, no, that stuff takes time and thought. Like, it takes a lot of time. I stand corrected. It is also, in addition to being taped, it is double bagged. This vendor's phenomenal. Like, alright, hang on. And I do have more treasures from Miss Red, so make sure to be on the lookout for those reveals in the future. And once I get through, oh my gosh. Something came to my mind when I just opened this. Hang on, y'all. I don't know if Red's going to watch this, but even for peeps that know me personally, what would I call these? Oops. I would call these beads. So there's a couple there's a couple of things that come to mind. I love this. It has hearts on it. It's got like pink, green. These are beautiful. This is beautiful. And if this was made like with me in mind, I'm just gonna like, oh, I think it'll fit too, because you know I have chunkers, and it's the, yeah, the stretchy. Ironically, I do wear a bracelet every day, and I wear my Fitbit. I wear my Fitbit on my left hand, and I just don't like what jewelry looks like with my Fitbit on and jewelry, so I just wear my Fitbit on the left. And on the right, I always wear this. I got this from Amazon. It's supposed to, like, for bad energy and stuff. You're supposed to feel like a magnetic surge when you put it on. Didn't feel that, but nonetheless, I still like the bracelet. So, but I wear that, and then I have a beautiful bracelet that my cousin's daughter, my cousin, little Kira, made for me with an anchor, because I love anchors. Anchor. My grandparents are my anchors. They keep me steady and still, which hence that's why I love anchors. But Kira made me a anchor bracelet. She remembered I like anchors, and I thought how awesome that she's only like 12. So I was like, how awesome is that, yo? Like, and she thought about me, and it made me feel like, you know, when you're having your down and out days and you just don't feel like, you know, you feel bad and whatnot, chances are, ironically enough, there's somebody out there in the world, you know, if you put kind back into the world and positive back into the world and good vibes back into the world, chances are when you're feeling down and out and lonely or depressed, whatever, I think we're supposed to say the D word, depressed, you know, or just, we're human, you know, you don't feel up to par. Chances are there's somebody out there, unbeknownst to yourself, that's thinking about you and putting positive reinforcements into the world because you did something for them kind, or you said something to them that boosted them at some point or encouraged them. And that positivity with them thinking about you in that way, even though you don't know it, those are good vibes for you. So like Kira, whenever she made that bracelet, who knows, like maybe I was having a real down day, but Kira was sitting there unbeknownst to me making me a bracelet, like, and she gave it to me. It made me cry. Like, it was awesome. Anyhow, that's just a little side note. Maybe I'll share that bracelet at the end in a picture. It's super gorgeous. I took it off because I was wearing it. This, I read you can wear no matter what you're doing. But the one Kira gave me, I was nervous, like having it on and whatnot, washing dishes and, you know, stuff. So I took it off because, and it's over here in my jewelry case. So, but shout out to Kira. Made me feel real special. Like, it made me smile for real. So it made me tear up. But this, like, you're not going to be, we all know, I digress, Jess. We all know you can't get how beautiful, etc. something is on camera. It's just not going to happen. So, sadly, I will take pictures naturally, but you're not going to be able to see. So this sucker is shining first and foremost. It reminds me of a couple things. Okay, I'm an 80s kid. So one of my all-time favorite movies to this day is Labyrinth. So if you know, you know. Huggle, he was all about the jewelry, right? When he grabbed that bracelet, he said, plastic. And he was so excited and happy. That's not what I mean. These aren't plastic. But even if they are, I love them. Just like Huggle is what I'm saying. He was so enthralled to have that bracelet. It reminds me of a bracelet, though, that Huggle, it reminded me of Labyrinth. So right off the bat, it took me to a happy, fun, nostalgic place and just smiling. So right off the bat. Even prior to that, though, it made me smile because I love it. So there's that. And I think this may have been, I think Red may have made this for me. Like, I don't know. But even that, like the bracelet Kira made me, like, it just says, it makes me smile. So that, and then also Gus from Cinderella, when the necklace broke that they were trying to give Cinderella or whatever, and there was like a quarrel going on between her and the stepsisters. He was like, beads! And he laughed. That's what it reminds me of. So I love it so much. But those are happy. Like I said, it's not beads or plastic, but I'm saying it. I say that in a delightful, happy, loving way. Like, it makes me smile or have those memories. So, pardon me. So yeah, that's my reveal. I love it. There's like I know I read on. Hold on, let me try something. Okay, yeah, I was doing the old tap something on your tooth. Yes, I know that sounds silly to some people, but my dad told me that it works, and I believe my dad. So, and my dad's a smart man. So, very smart. So, I remember he used to tell me, if you tap this on your tooth, and it makes this type of sound, and I can't describe it, but I know what it means. You can tell if it's plastic or if it's like glass or a particular, like a stone. Like if you rub a pearl on your tooth, if you can feel like a gritty, like rough, that's a real pearl. If it's not, then it's plastic. Like that type of situation. So I think, I don't know. I know Red uses Swarovski crystals, and I don't know if that could be this type of situation. But if Red watches, she may tell us. I don't know. Either way, I don't mean it this the way it sounds. It doesn't matter to me because I love it regardless. But like, I love this so much. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm a little apprehensive because I'm afraid because I have chunkers. But I want to wear this. Yay! It's so pretty. And yes, I'm well aware I have huge, ugly hands. I'm just grateful to have arms and hands. You know, I'm a buzzard. We are not small people. So it is what it is. But yes, this is my beautiful bracelet. And it has like leaves and pinks and blues and like stonish types, green. Yeah, I love it. So I would wear this though on my other hand, but I'm afraid to, I want to be careful with it because chances are it has like somewhere where it's made, it has like where, you know, you would seal it, and I don't want to. Okay, good, there it is. I want to make sure I don't mess around with that side of it because I'll start crying if I mess it up. Okay, so pretty. So I'm gonna wear this maybe to work with like a pretty like these shirts I'm down with on Amazon lately. I'm gonna do a side note because, you know, I digress, but this bracelet I think I'm gonna wear. I've been purchasing these shirts from Amazon. They're nice for all folks in all sizes, but pardon me, they're especially nice for, and I can say this because this is me, I fit into this category, pun intended. But they're nice for overweight folks. You know, for me personally, I love them because they flow, they hide my huge stomach that's like a world in itself. You know, and they're airy too, so yeah, I've been purchasing like mad shirts, and this particular style shirt from Amazon, I've been purchasing in like every design they have that I like because I just love the shirt, the way it feels, the way it looks on me, etc. That's why too, you'll notice I always rock these plain in my videos where sorry, I kicked the thing. If you can see my face, I think we're gonna do reveals. I'll just show the products and whatnot. But I'm holding the tripod now. One of the cats grabbed it, so now it's off the hinges. But I think I'm going to do the reveals this way without seeing my face. But like unboxings and things like that, I'll do, you know, my face, obviously. Just because it's, I don't know, I want to do that. So I wear a lot of these plain shirts too, like in different colors, just because that's what's comfortable for me. I'm an open book, and I'm kind of body conscious and self-conscious, I should say. I've always had that issue, so if I find something that I actually like, the way it feels, the way it looks on me, I'm gonna, yeah, kind of like black leggings. I'm all about the black leggings. I probably got like 20 pairs of them because that's what I like. That's what feels right on my body and what I like, you know. So anyhow, the reason I mentioned that whole spiel is because I'm getting to the point where I may do, this is huge for me, y'all. This is huge. I just mentioned it to my son because I might need his help with it, like taping it. I don't know. But I'm getting to the point where I may be comfortable trying on clothes on plus size, obviously. So for plus size women, like to be, because I want to do it because it's something that normally I wouldn't do. So it's out of my comfort zone, one, and I'm trying that. That's something new I'm trying this year, doing things out of my comfort zone. And, you know, it's out of my comfort zone. I am going to start doing like a walking journey again like I used to, and I love keto. That's just me personally. So I'm going to start doing a keto journey as well and documenting it for y'all and just for me so I can look back on it and try to keep going. Sometimes it keeps me going if I can physically see things. But yeah, it's a big deal for me to do a full body video, especially like showing clothes I purchased and whatnot. So it's a big deal. So I'm trying to get more comfortable with it, but I'm definitely open to it now, and I'm wanting to do it because I feel like if I do it, I may empower, if nothing else, this in itself gives me motivation to do this. I may empower somebody else that's my size or, you know, has the issues I have to say to themselves, oh, okay. And I know it sounds silly to some people, but like, if you know, you know what I mean? Like somebody might say, oh, okay, it's okay to do that. Like, you know, it's okay to, you know, embrace your size and your shape. And it is okay. But sadly, you know, we have this stigma, regrettably. And again, if you know, where if you're overweight, some folks too, even if they're underweight, you know, it doesn't work one way. But, you know, we have like this stigma in society. It's like, you know, you feel like, at least when I was a kid and like a preteen, just based off of my peers and stuff, like I was teased. And so you got this vision in your mind and like this stigma, like, oh, I got to make sure when I leave the house it's 98 degrees, but let me put my hoodie on because that's my comfort. You know, that's my shell. You don't have to do that. Like, if somebody doesn't like what you look like, I should show my face on this, and I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but this is what I do. If somebody doesn't like what you look like, that's a problem with them, honestly. It's not a problem with you. And it took me a long time to realize that, you know. If somebody doesn't like looking at you, first of all, what's wrong with them? Because you're beautiful. For real, you're beautiful. So it's their loss. You know, they're playing themselves if they don't want to look at you. But anyhow, if they don't want to look at you, the good news is that there's 3 other, and it works for you too. If you don't want to look at something or somebody, there's 3 other ways you can look. If you're looking straight ahead and you don't like what you see, whether it's a person, a thing, whatever, you can look to the left, the right, or you can turn around and go the other way. That's the awesome thing. You don't have to look at something. And if you choose to look at it, you don't have to mock it or make fun of it or poke judgment. That's not cool. It's not kind, and it hurts. So, and at my age, I'm just starting to realize it's okay to be vocal about those things. And it's okay to be encouraging of others that feel that way. And there are, sadly, and I say sadly because no one wants to feel that way in the first place, but sadly, there are people out there who feel like you. And your voice, even though you don't know it, you might not be privy to knowing it helps somebody, but your voice may help somebody get the encouragement and the confidence and whatnot to go on film and say, oh, like, look at this shirt I got. Like, you know, I got this from such and such, and I love it because it makes me feel pretty and it makes me feel confident, because I lack that sometimes because I'm honest with myself, and those are issues I have, but it makes me feel nice. Like, it's okay to do that. So I think just for that alone, giving someone else the encouragement, the motivation, the know that, like, that it's okay to do that. Like, it's fine. And if somebody doesn't like it, they can watch something else, or they can, you know, they can say something, because what it goes down to at that point is they have a problem with themselves that they're not ready to deal with yet, whatever that is. And I hope they find whatever it is and get it fixed. But, you know, sorry, tangent. I'm not going to cut that out, because that's just because I'm going to be doing that soon. And I want y'all to know. If you know, you know. So, thank you so much, Red. Sorry for the tangent. But again, Hot Mess Jess digresses. So, thank you for watching. I love you all. I can't do a heart because I'm holding the tripod. Stay happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. Hot Mess Jess out. Thank you so much, Red. I love it. Bye.